Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am doing my monthly makeup bag review. So I'm going to be reviewing and talking about the products that I have been using for the past month that you guys actually helped me pick out. So this is a new thing that I have been doing on my channel. I did a live stream at the beginning of this month where we went through my makeup collection and we got to go through all of the products and pick out the products that I would use for this whole month. So if you guys want to tune in and pick out the products that I'll be using for the month of April, tune in on April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke, but tune in on April 1st and we will do a live stream here on this channel and we'll go through my makeup collection again, picking out the products I'll use for that month. So these are the products I've been using for March, and I have kind of split them in half between what are the favorites of this batch and then what were the not so favorites of this batch. And I think this is the easiest way to go about doing this. So my monthly makeup bag review videos are now kind of my new monthly favorites. They're kind of the new updated version of my monthly favorites videos. So let's just go ahead and jump on into what products I have been loving, and then we'll talk about what products I haven't been loving. I will leave all the products linked below if you guys are interested. This is the makeup bag that I have been using. It's a Kate Spade lunch tote. I got this as a gift a few years ago, but I'm obsessed with it. It's so cute. I love the shape of it. If I can find something similar, I'll leave it linked below because I don't think they sell this particular one still, but I'll try and find a similar one I can link below for you guys. For primer, I've been using the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. This is the Long Wear Foundation Grip. It says it preps, smooths, and perfects. And I've actually really been liking this. I think it does a wonderful job holding on my foundation. At the end of the night, my foundation still looks good, which most of the time, you can see like around my nose the foundation will just fall apart by the end of the day, and it just looks so splotchy around this area of my face. But I haven't been noticing that when using this primer, and I actually like when you apply it, it feels moisturizing, which is always a plus, but it has, like, once you're done applying it on your face, it has kind of this like stickiness or this tackiness to your face, which I know doesn't sound appealing, but I think that's what helps the foundation and the product that you put adhere better, and it just holds so well. The foundation I have been using is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation in the shade 240. Now, I really have been liking this foundation, and I know I've talked about it in a previous favorites video, but I love how lightweight it feels, how hydrating it is, because I do have dry skin. I just think it's such a comfortable foundation. At the beginning of the month, it did not match me perfectly because I've gotten really pale, and this is like just slightly a little too dark for me, but I've been using self tanner. I've been using the Saint Tropez self bronzing mousse thing, and I've really been liking that. So if you see I've got a little bit of a tan, probably not, but that's what I've been using, and now since using that, the foundation matches perfectly. The concealer I have here is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer in 40 NY, which I thought was a little too light for me, but actually it does a really good job at brightening up my under eye area. I wouldn't say it has like the best coverage. I think the Stay Naked line from Urban Decay tends to be more like on the natural side, like medium coverage. I think for brightening, I think it's beautiful. So I just use it under my eyes, and it kind of just makes me look a lot more awake. But if you're looking for something like with that coverage to really cover up blemishes and discoloration and that sort of thing, I highly recommend the Too Faced Born This Way or the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Those two concealers are amazing. So those are like my top ones I recommend if you're looking for a full coverage concealer. The All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder from Urban Decay has been the powder I've been using, and I think it's okay. I don't have like a ton to say about it. I mean, it sets my face. I've been using this big giant fluffy brush. So using like this big kind of, even though it's a more dense fluffy brush, it's still it's still fluffy, so it's going to give you kind of a lighter finish with your powder. So if you were to use something really dense or even use a sponge, you can really pack on this powder. So I haven't tried it out in that way, so I don't really know what to say about it other than using it as a light coverage powder. I think it works fine. It sets my face, it gives me a matte look. I don't think it's like super long lasting, but again, I'm doing such a light coverage and light wash of the powder, so I feel like maybe it would last longer if I used a different technique to apply this. It does not have a shade though, so I'm very happy and lucky that this matches me. It has like, it's translucent obviously, but you guys know like sometimes translucent powders, sometimes they leave like a white cast or they look really bad. It's kind of like hit or miss with translucent powders, but this one for my skin at least works great. I'd be interested to see how this works on like someone who's super light or someone who's super dark, because I feel like I just got lucky with my skin tone and how this applies. Like it doesn't look weird or anything like that. You guys already know the Mellow Tinted Brow Gel is a favorite of mine. I love this product and I love the color, and my brows last all day. I could probably leave this on for a few days and they would stay on. Very good brow gel. Both of the eyeshadow palettes that I put in my makeup bag for this month, I have been really liking. This one you guys already know, the e.l.f. And Christian Siriano palette. It's not available anymore, but it is a favorite of mine, and that is so rare for me to say with a palette like this that is just more on like the funky colorful side. It doesn't have any like neutrals. I mean, it has like a base color, but there's no like brown tones or anything in here, but yet I love this palette so much. I think the shadows in this palette are so high quality for an e.l.f. palette. They're so high quality, and the shades, especially like the blue and the green, they are the most perfect blue and green that I've ever tried, like ever. They're beautiful, and I don't like green eyeshadow often, but this one is like the perfect green, and there is no better green than this. And then the blue is just absolutely perfect. There's a blue in this palette from Too Faced Cosmetics as well. This is the Clover palette from Too Faced Cosmetics, and it looks like this. Again, a lot of fun, bright colors, a lot of like Eastery, springtime type colors. And this is just such a fun palette. But the blue in here is pretty, but I definitely hands down prefer the blue in this one. Like, you could just kind of see the difference between the two. Like, this is just so vibrant and beautiful in here. This one's, I don't know, it's still pretty and I still use it, but if I had to choose, it'd definitely be the e.l.f. one. But I actually really been liking this palette. I use Chihuahua like every single day. It's the best color to just put all over my lid or just as a transition color in the crease. So I love Chihuahua, but I've been playing with almost all of these shades to create different looks like every day, and that's what I've been really enjoying about doing this monthly makeup bag challenge, is because I'm taking, you know, just one or two palettes. I'd like for my next one to be just one palette, but I just take a single palette and create different looks all throughout the month, which is how normal people do makeup, right? Not everyone has like a million zillion palettes, and like that's just so not necessary. It's been a fun challenge to just use one single palette and just create as many different looks as I can with it. And I've even used like this yellow, which is so pretty. I've been using this pale green, the browns obviously, even the pinks I've been using. I just think this is actually a really versatile palette and such an easy palette. Like, with as colorful as it is, this is a very easy palette to wear and create looks with. So I like this. I don't know if it's limited edition or not. I'll leave it linked below if it's available, but I think this is a really great palette. Side note, those of you that do have bigger makeup collections like myself, I hope doing these videos encourages you guys to shop your own collection and pick out products to use for the whole month, kind of in the same way. I think it's fun and it's like a fun challenge, and especially since we're all kind of on lockdown and self-quarantine, might as well shop your makeup collection since we can't go out and do our regular shopping, you know what I mean? So hope this encourages you guys to try this out as well. The CoverGirl Full Spectrum Defining Moment Eyeliner in Black is Black is amazing. It's a nice pigmented eyeliner and it stays on my waterline, which I really like. It's a nice pigmented black and it actually stays on the waterline, and it's drugstore and it's cruelty free. This is just a win-win, so highly recommend this eyeliner. And it is retractable, so you don't have to like worry about sharpening it or anything like that. You can just twist it up and you have more product. The other eyeliner I kept in my makeup bag this month, I only used once, but I still wanted to place it in my favorites because I think the quality of it was very good. So this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in Stage Diva. So it's this sparkly glitter green eyeliner that I wanted to use for St. Patrick's Day. Not that I don't think I actually wore it on St. Patrick's Day, but I did do a makeup tutorial where I featured this, so I'll leave that linked in the cards if you guys want to see it and you can see this baby in action. But I used it on my lower lash line, so kind of like today how I have a pop of blue under here, I did like kind of the same thing, but I did the glitter liner. And what I really like is that you don't need to have a base underneath this because the glitter applies so well and is I was gonna say really pigmented, but like that's not the word I was thinking of. It's just like opaque. You know how some glitters, especially like glitter liners, can be tricky because you can get a glitter liner where you apply it and you get like a few little like drops of glitter and then the rest is just kind of this clear base, so you'd have to like keep going over it a bunch of times. And I will admit I did have to go over it twice, but that's only because I wanted it to be more like woo, glitter under my eyes. And now for the lip products that I included on my favorites side, we have the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. I love this lip gloss so much. I do think it applies very goopy though, so I always like wipe off as much as I can from the wand. And you really only need a little bit to get such a beautiful glossy, like a statement type of glossy lip. Like it's so pretty. I can't get enough of this. And the applicator is just so soft too. Like I love this. I've also been loving the Fenty Beauty lipstick. This is in single. Wow, that is so tiny. I'm so old, I can't even read that. Plush matte lipstick. Why is this so tiny? That hurt my eyes to see. But the color is called Single. And it is such a pretty color. Let me do a swatch for you. I mean, I am wearing it on my lips, but I have kind of a combination of colors on my lips, but so pretty. This on its own, gorgeous, but I have been pairing it with the gloss and then this lip liner from Kylie Cosmetics. This is Exposed. So Exposed is like a very light pale nude, like brownish palish nude, brown pale nude. Does that make sense? So it gives me like a lighter color, like a lighter lip first, and then when I put this color on top, it creates a beautiful combination where my lips are like nude, but there's some color and some life to it still, and then I just top it off with the gloss and it's just perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. But this Fenty lipstick is so comfortable, so creamy, so comfortable, and because it's small, you can like easily just like line your lips with it because it's more on the smaller side. So I think it's very easy to use and apply, and it's just beautiful. Here's all the brushes that I was using. I don't really feel like talking about them. I think that's kind of boring. That's boring. But now let's move on to the products that I haven't been loving that much. Yeah, these have been a little unfortunate. First, I want to talk about the setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Pollution Protection Makeup Setting Spray, Environmental Defense, up to 16-hour wear, lightweight, temperature control technology. I don't know what that means, but this is a setting spray and it's meant to not only lock in your makeup, but also to help protect your skin from environmental pollution, which, I mean, I'm not even leaving the house. None of us are leaving the house, so I don't really need this right now, but that's not my problem. Like, I don't how can you really test that? Like, you can't feel if it's really protecting your skin. You kind of just have to see like, okay, that's the purpose of it. I'm just gonna trust that it's protecting my skin. Like, how do you really test that out? But what I do want to talk about and why it's made it to my not so favorites is because when I apply this, I feel like it makes my skin look a little oily, which I have dry skin, so that's weird. But it gives me like a nice dewy look. So like I still use it, but I will say, like after an hour or so, like you could already kind of see around like kind of my T-zone area, it looks pretty oily. I don't know, maybe that has to do with the powder, but I think it's the spray. For some reason, I just feel like it's the spray that's doing that. Because once I'm done with my makeup, it looks great, and sometimes I actually forget to set my makeup with the setting spray, so I'll just go on about my day and my makeup looks fine. But the days that I do remember to use the setting spray, that's when I notice like, wow, I just kind of look oily today. Like, that's weird. So I'm blaming it on this setting spray. So this was a no-go for me. Probably my least favorite product out of the whole bunch, my whole entire makeup bag for the month, this has been my #1 least favorite. And I'm actually so surprised by this, but it's the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach Blush. Yes, I'm wearing it today, and like, yes, it's a pretty color, but I have not been liking how shimmery it makes my cheeks look. Like, because I like to put blush on the apples of my cheek and then blend back. I like having color right there, but it's so shiny and I don't like to put my highlight right there. I only keep my highlighter back here. My cheeks are just so shiny looking and I just can't stand that. And then the color, I mean, yes, it's a pretty color, but I don't know, like it almost seems like a little bit ashy. That doesn't make sense. No, it does make sense. Like when I look at it, it's a beautiful peachy pink, but yet it has this ashiness to it. You know what? I think that's the highlight part of this blush. That's what's making it look so ashy on my cheeks. So I could not stand wearing this. Like when I was applying it every day, like with my makeup looks, I was like, oh my gosh, I really just want to switch out this blush. I can't stand this blush. But nope, I wanted to keep going with this challenge, so I kept using it. But I mean, and I'm wearing it today. It's not terrible, but I just don't like it. I don't like how shimmery it makes my cheeks look, because a lot of times I find myself like applying this and then taking the powder, the Urban Decay one, taking the powder and going right over my cheeks, so I still have that color, but it kind of mattifies that shine on my cheeks, because I can't stand that. But oh, I wish you guys could see better what I'm talking about. Like if I just go super close, I wonder if you can see. Like, I don't know, it's probably really hard to see, but you see the shine, right? But I feel like at the same time it makes my cheeks look ashy. Like, it's weird. I also added the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter, Disney Villains highlighter in Everybody's Got a Weakness. This is the Hades one. I added it to my not so favorites collection simply because I just don't like the color that much. Doing this monthly makeup bag challenge and splitting them up into what was my favorites for the month, what was my least favorites, this is gonna help me decide what products I should get rid of and stop like hoarding. So I was holding on to this because I love Disney. I love Disney, and like the Disney Villains collection was just so cool. But now that I've used this for a whole month, it's a great product. But I just think this color on me, it's like too much like the blush. It's a very pinky highlight, which I know it doesn't look like it. It looks more like kind of orangey beige, but it's definitely pink. It's a pink highlight. You still probably can't see it. You just have to trust me. It's a pink highlighter, and I'm not really into pink right here on the top of my cheekbones. Another product, oh my gosh, all the face products I just wasn't into. The cute Too Faced Sun Puppy Bronze. I think it's a good bronzer, but I'm not obsessed with it. I don't love the color. It's definitely more reddish, which in the appropriate setting, I think is totally fine to give you that really super like sun-kissed kind of look. It kind of like you're slightly sunburned, slightly tanned, but I find myself really like digging my brush into the product to try and pick up the product to apply onto my skin, and that I'm not like crazy about. I mean, it's not the worst bronzer in the world, but it's so sheer that I really have to pack it on my brush, and I think it's just like, it's really shimmery. Let me try and see if I can get a swatch. It's the cutest bronzer ever though. It's so cute. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I keep this one? I'm not sure. It works fine. Like, I apply it and it's fine. So maybe I will keep it. You gotta be heavy-handed with it, but that's all. You guys are gonna be so surprised to see this make it into the not so favorites. I don't know why this is here, and I don't know why this is happening, because this is my favorite mascara ever. This is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, which I love so much, and I'm still gonna use. Like, I'm still gonna use this because I love this mascara. But lately, for this whole past month, every time I apply it on my lower lashes, which I do all the time, but every time I apply it on my lower lashes, I get raccoon eyes. And I've used this mascara for years now. At least it's felt like that. I feel like I've been using this for so long. Not this particular one, I keep rebuying, but I've been using this mascara for so long and I've never had that issue before, but now out of nowhere, maybe this was just a bad batch that I bought, I don't know, but I get raccoon eyes now with my mascara and it drives me mad. I have 2 more products and then we can wrap up this video, but the eyeliner that made it to my not so favorites was the Stila Cosmetics Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner Micro Tip. So this is a super awesome eyeliner if you want a very, very fine point to your eyeliner, but as far as like doing your whole eyelid, I think it's way too small. Like, it makes sense to use this when you pair it with the original. So this is like the normal size one, and then this is the micro tip. I feel like it makes sense to use these together because to line my whole eye, it just takes me like 10 years. Like, it takes forever because it's such a fine point. It's just like you're there drawing forever. This is really only good for that really fine tip of the wing at the end. So if you want to spend 10 years doing your eyeliner, that is fine. Use this one. And lastly, my not so favorite lipstick has been the Dose of Colors No Shade lipstick. So the previous month I was using the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie More Creamer Please. Fell in love. Like, I love that color so much, and I paired it with like a specific eyeliner, or not eyeliner, I paired it with a specific lip liner, and it was the most beautiful combination. And I thought I'd have the same experience with this one, but No Shade is just, honestly, it's way too light and it makes me look dead every time that I wear this. Even if I pair it with other lip products and lip liners, it's too pale for me. Even though I love a good pale nude lip, this just wasn't the shade for me. So that was it for my monthly makeup bag review, my favorites and my not so favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, I hope it encourages you guys to shop your own makeup collection as well and try and challenge yourself to using products you don't normally use on an everyday basis. Like, give it a try and put it in your monthly makeup bag. So if you want to help me pick out what products I should be using for the month of April, tune in on April 1st. I'll be going live sometime in the morning. I don't have a specific time, but join me for that live stream. I'm usually live for about like 2 hours or so, and yeah, we'll go through, pick out some makeup, do some swatches, and figure out what I should try out next month. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Cupid's bow area, not Cupid's bow, like that.
Perfect. Can I show you something?
What?
Look at the big vegetables he's eating. Can we do that, Dolphin?
Johnny, I'm in the middle of working. No, this cannot be happening right now. No, no, no.
I'm gonna pee, so I'm gonna be noisy.
Okay.